behind him. Both these drivers are going to be a little bit frustrated by that pit lane speed infraction that they got. They both said, like, what's going on? We released the pit lane speed restrictor at the same spot. The team is, oh, look at that Tandy. Look, there's a little glove tap there. I think they may have traded some paint there. Remember the Porsches that they took a couple of years ago, took each other out. We don't need a replay of that one.
I'm just stunned with the pace we're seeing from Milner, the number 4. I mean, he's able to open the margin. And yes, some of it is traffic induced, but trying, you'd think, to stretch the field a little bit. Gallup, he's going down to
well, as Brian mentioned in his report, he said that Doug Feehan said, we think we can make it. And to do that, I would have to think they'd put him. Oh, Garcia spins. He just lost control there. Unbelievable moment. You do not see Antonio Garcia make mistakes. I didn't see any clip of the wall before that, where they may have broken suspension to cause this spin. Just looked like he's feeling the pressure from behind and turns that Corvette into the wall. Danny Binks there on the radio. Can't believe what he's seeing.
The question is that car movable? It was a pretty good clout, Cal.
It was a good hit.
He is trying to get the car. He kind of lurched it.
The car doesn't look to be that badly damaged.
Underway. Let's look and see if we're
trying to restart.
I think the left rear suspension.
Restores it again.
Yeah. It doesn't look like there would be. He was too far away for there to be any contact at all.
Well, you have to do this whole programming sequence nowadays on the wheels with all the electronics.
Yeah, Magnus and his teammate there to Danny Binks right, screen left. Just. Yeah. See, I wonder if he'd clipped the wall somewhere else and that caused him to spin. Let's take a look here. As he comes through that corner, look at that left rear. Is the left rear already damaged? That caused him to spin, Greg? If he'd clipped it somewhere else and that was torn out a little bit, that could have happened. Maybe he'd brushed the wall somewhere else. Don't see any real rub on the bodywork, though, around that wheel arch to indicate that he's hit elsewhere. Maybe it just broke.
I think that's
sure.
That's possible. I mean, this track is bumpy. It doesn't necessarily, you don't necessarily think of it, but it is a very bumpy track.
They're on board with him. It's a replay from on board.
Let's listen.
Yeah, now, he was just feathering the throttle going through it. It wasn't like he just mashed the pedal.
Oh boy, things have just been an absolutely miserable day for the number 100 Rahal Letterman Racing IHG Rewards Club BMW, and now impacting the barriers down in turn 1.
Wow. This has not been the start of the year for Lucas Luhr and John Edwards now. Exiting that number 100, celebrating 100 years for BMW. Not what they expected. See radiator damage to the front.
This whole weekend, it just hasn't really been there on the pace. Let's take a look at what happened here.
The underside of the hood was all he could see. So
on board with him here.
6.5 minutes remaining. 6.5 minutes. Let's check in.
Hood is up. We can't see where he's going.
At the free pit.
At a more rapid pace than I would have expected, in all honesty.
I wonder if somebody did break in that right corner.
Force it up. Possible. They had a breakage, remember, at Daytona that took the car out of the race with Lucas Luhr behind the wheel in turn 1 at Daytona. So it's a very good point, Greg, from the onboard. We wouldn't have seen if there was any issue with the right front suspension that caused that hood to pop out.
That they can fix within the next few minutes, because with the race so close to over,
take another look here.
Oh yeah, tire came
tires off. Oh, there you see the wheel flying over the top of that BMW.
Boy, that was a hit. That's why those tires are there.
Frustrating start to the year.
Fortunate stuff. Absolutely great team. Winner last year. There he is.
This is the 3 car. Well, you do see a bit of a graze there, so yeah, there was definitely an issue. That wasn't like a mistake through that corner. I saw it, and when you went on board, you could hear the throttle trace. There was definitely something to miss with that left rear suspension, the loaded corner on the car. Danny Binks just saying there's not enough time, guys. 5 minutes on the clock. They'll dig deep, but you got to change parts. 5 minutes, you got no time to do it.
Interestingly, both of these incidents with Garcia being able to drive away and the 100 deep enough into the runoff, we're staying green as we're closing in on the final 5 minutes. And what's going to get interesting here, Cal, is this. The number 912 now, Makovecki. Milner does not have, as you said, the wingman anymore. Frederick and Tandy right behind him are going to go into attack mode. It's over 20 seconds back and forth in class, the Risa Competizione Ferrari Wieland. So right now, these three cars are going to be duking it out. Up front, Taylor leads by 3.5 seconds over Barbosa, with Cameron right there, another 3 seconds back to the two Mazdas. So a little bit breathing room there. And Simpson has a 7-second margin right now over Van der Zandt in the prototype challenge class. But Cal Marcelli is right there. So second is under huge contest in prototype challenges. We are on board with the Frenchman, Makovecki.
Well, this is not only first and second in the class in the race today, it's first and second in the championship right now. The 4-car is unbeaten so far this year, and Porsche wants to get this victory here. He's in the draft here a little bit. Look at Milner. He's standing in the middle of the road, not giving that opening lane down the inside. This is really the key overtaking opportunity, one of the key corners, as we said at the start of the show. Through this section, you just got to keep it clean. There's really no way through here. If you've got a fast race car, if you're a wounded car, then yes, maybe someone could take advantage of you, but through that section, just pick your line. Got to watch the inside. He's got a good gap, though. He's gapped him by a couple of car lengths. I think he can still pick his braking mark and his turn-in point for this one. Through here, the Porsche will try and roll speed. What's Tandy going to do on his teammate here? Will he try and take advantage of the situation?
Boy, did you see Milner there? He actually opened it up a little bit. He didn't turn in as early as the Porsches behind him. He was able to gather a couple of car lengths by the exit of that turn.
Well, we talked about the fuel mileage strategy. How they're going to make it on fuel. Remember, he's got 10 more minutes of tyre wear on those Michelins as well. So he stopped a lot, or his teammate stopped a lot early, which meant Tommy got into the car about 10 minutes earlier than these Porsches did their change. These are those low-energy tyres. They're really trying to maximize the ultimate compound they can, but they probably made those calculations over a 60-minute stint, not a 70-minute stint.
3 and 15 to go. 3 minutes 15 to go. And well, I'll tell you, Tommy got off of that hairpin extremely well.
Remember the confidence level, Greg. I mean, he's coming off that brilliant win at Sebring. He's on top of his game, and that counts for a lot.
He has survived pressure before.
Tandy will be talking to his team. He'll be just saying if he feels his car is faster, he's going to say, Freddie's got to push, or I want to go through and go for the win.
Under 3, 2:45. And this is on. Up front, Taylor, 3 seconds now clear of Barbosa. And he's got another half second and change to Cameron at this point. This is the compelling battle. Corvette and Porsche.
Yeah, it seems like Dane Cameron, once he got on the tail of Barbosa, don't know whether he's just getting an aero wash off the running so closely to a similar pace car, but he doesn't seem to have the sharpness in his knife right now. As you see Ollie Gavin shaking his head, saying Tommy did a brilliant job, but this is a totally different scenario. He had the dominant car at the end of Sebring right now. Oh, gets turned.
Oh boy, there
unbelievable.
Stewart, Bo Barfield,
Unbelievable.
As he has done at every drivers' meeting.
I knew that Porsche would push. I knew they would push. They weren't going to just sit there. That is a very risky move. It's moved there by Freddie Makovecki. Tandy's gone through for the lead.
That Makovecki was going to make that move. That was clear.
This is going to get the officials talking. No question about that. Looks like he's wounded.
Sideways coming through turn.
Tandy had no part of that, so he's not going to get a penalty. Let's watch this. It's just too late. It is just too late. There's no way. He'd struggle to even get through the corner on that such acute angle of turn-in to the hairpin. Another look at it on board here with Freddie Makovecki. Milner's got a good car length there. He's just using the normal turn-in point.
He's already turned in, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, and Freddie just dives for the apex. It's just, you know there's going to be contact, and you've got to have the experience and the patience to know you're going to turn the guy around and you